That's nuts. Look at that. Is that crazy or what? Did I give you chills? Oh, Lord. I don't know if you can see them or not. They are just swarming back here. Driving through puddles, and we're going to talk about Japanese beetles today. But I just posted up a video. We had an absolute downpour for about an hour, and it kept on going after that. But we had close to 4 inches of rain in 45 minutes. Look at that water flowing. Watch this. Look at that water flowing through the gardens. Is that crazy or what? Dude, so I was up here just dealing with all this flooding, and my drain tubes for the chicken coop was all plugged up. It was a nightmare. But anyways, let's talk about beetles, and I'm going to do this a little bit differently today, so hold on. Looking at my rain gauge, right at 4 inches. Dude, we needed rain. I just wish it would have come over. 4 inches would have come over a 24 or 48 hour period, not 1 hour or 45 minutes. Man, this whole place was just swamped. Okay, so let's talk about beetles. First, I'm going to break this down. Here's what I'm going to do. There's so much technical information on the different things I'm going to talk about. I am going to create a page where you can go and read each one of these different things, each one of the different treatments, each one of these different products, and how it works, and where you can buy it, and the different mode and methods, etc. Is it safe for vegetables, that kind of stuff. So in the description, I'll put a link, and I built a web page with all that information on it, because otherwise this video would be 2 hours long. I'm going to cover beetle bags. I'm going to cover natural organic killers. We're going to cover synthetic killers and pesticides, and some biological stuff, just basic stuff. So first of all, this is a 40-acre farm property. All of our produce that we grow up here in the fields and everything is grown pretty much all naturally. I can't use the term organic because it's not certified. It's all natural. So we don't even use fertilizers up in our garden. We just use our Dirt Booster Plus super compost, and the gardens look amazing. Same thing out here in the fields. We don't use any fertilizers. It's all natural. And I don't use pesticides. The only pesticide I will usually use in my garden is going to be a pyrethrin. Now, pyrethrin is an extract from the chrysanthemum flower. When you see the OMRI label, that means it is natural. It is certified for organic produce. That's the only way that you can get something certified as organic, is if it has that seal on it. And pyrethrin is, in fact, organic. So that's basically all we do, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But I want to start with these bags. So I came out here yesterday, and I started emptying some of these bags. And we probably had a good 2 or 3 inches of beetles in all these bags. But a lot of people, the common debate is where to place them. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to place them around the perimeter of whatever you're trying to protect. Okay, so I've done that in years past. I've tried the perimeter, but then I come inside the perimeter, and guess what? I've got a ton of beetles on the actual plants that they're trying to eat. So when I use my beetle bags, I actually do a perimeter, and then I put a beetle bag right next to the plant I'm trying to protect. I will catch 10% or 20% of the beetles on the perimeter. The rest of them are coming in for all this plants or whatever. But if I have, let's say, a rose of Sharon tree on my pond berm, I have a ton of them. I go out there, I'll have 100 beetles on all those trees. I would have to put one of these beetle bags right next to that rose of Sharon, with the hope that it's coming in because of the Rose of Sharon smell, but it also has that bag there, and because they're clumsy flyers, they might land on that scent pad over there and fall into the bag. That's really the way that I found to be effective. Even doing that, I may only catch 30 to 50% of the beetles. With that massive bag deployment, you're still going to have beetles out there. So the bags are good. I'm using these Spectricide bags. I turn them over and empty them. I'll also put a link to one. There's another trap that has a sort of like a Ziploc closure on the bottom that you can open and empty and reuse. So I'll put both of those on that page. Someone's going to say that scent draws them from miles away. Look, dude, I mean, they're coming in here anyways. I'm going to have thousands because of whatever we're growing and the flowers and everything else that's out here. So I might as well put some bags out and catch as many as I can. Once I catch them, I also feed some. I feed some to my chickens. You don't want to feed them too many. And then the rest of them I actually throw in my pond and the fish eat them. So that's what I kind of recycle the beetles that way. Next, let's talk about the organic pyrethrin. Pyrethrin is extracted from the chrysanthemum, and it is a nerve-acting natural agent. The problem is when you get into things like squash bugs, leaf-footed bugs, beetles. Beetles have an enzyme on them. They're hard-shelled, and they have an enzyme on them. That enzyme actually counteracts the toxin in the pyrethrin. So you'll spray them, they'll get dizzy, and they'll fall on the ground, and then about an hour later, they can get up and fly away. So that product is organic listed, okay? However, if you add a synergist to that, which is a chemical, it's not a pesticide, it's just a chemical. If you add a synergist, it actually counteracts that enzyme on the bug, so it can't detoxify itself. And that makes pyrethrin really twice as effective. It actually becomes a good killer. So if you want something that's more natural, you can use pyrethrin, but even better is the pyrethrin with the synergist. And I'll link to, I think Bonide makes it, Japanese beetle killer. And it's a really good product. The other problem with pyrethrins is they don't last. So pyrethrins actually the sunlight and exposure, they only last a few hours. It's not like you're going to spray it on there and you'll be covered for several days or weeks. It goes away very fast, unlike a synthetic pesticide that may last for days or even weeks. Now let's talk about another, which is the Spinosad, which is a bacteria that comes from the soil. Spinosad you can spray on your garden and on your plants, and when the beetles eat it, it goes into their digestive system and basically kills them. But it takes a long time. It takes 24 to 48 hours for that to take effect, and they have to eat it. So it may get washed off by a rain, and you need to make sure you keep it on there. But you will have beetles eating your plant for a good couple days before it actually starts to kill those beetles. So Spinosad is another one, and I believe that is also organic listed as well too. Now let's talk about the synthetic ones. There are two products. You can use something like a liquid 7 spray on your garden or on your flowers. I don't like to use it necessarily on my garden around the vegetables. I actually use it like on my Rose of Sharon trees around the pond berm, or I may spray it on the grapevines over here. And then Bonide makes I think it's a Bonide 8, which has permethrin inside of it. And permethrin is a synthetic version it's a pyrethrin, but it's a synthetic version. It's made in a lab. Now you have to get the one, if you're going to spray it in your vegetable garden or on flowers, on greenery, you have to get the one that's actually designed for treatment of plants. Because if you use like a regular permethrin, like we use around the house and around for killing bugs, it can easily burn your leaves. We have seen that before, where you spray it on your plants and your plant just fries in the heat. So I'll list those. Those are very effective and long lasting. And like I said, I like to use those in areas where I'm not growing vegetables. I'll spray it on a lot of my trees and flowers down there. And of course, you always have to be worried about bees. So if you're going to spray that, you need to spray it early in the morning when the bees are not flying around, or after sunset when the bees are going away and hiding. Just watch for bees. You can tell when they're out or not. I will touch on soap. So some people are going to say that you can put Dawn in water and spray the beetles. The problem with that is you have to coat the beetle. So you have to physically go out there, find the beetle, spray it, and coat it with that sudsy water. and it'll break down the waxy surface and actually stops them from breathing. Stink bugs get killed like that with it. But if you spray it, you got to be careful, because if you spray it on your plants, you can burn your plants. You get the hot 93-degree sunlight, that can burn plants. They do make an insecticidal soap. So instead of using something like Dawn, you can buy an insecticidal soap and use the insecticidal soap, which is safer on the plants. Bunch of different ways to actually to treat them. What ends up happening is, it seems like we had a horrible drought here, and then a couple weeks ago we got about 6 inches of rain over a week, and it's like the Japanese beetles have just exploded. Down behind my pond berm, I'll show you in a second here, I go down there, I have blackberries growing, and they're attacking all those blackberries over there, and then they're attacking the rows of Sharon. They're real heavy there. I have grapevines growing along that side, and on certain varieties of grapevines, they'll actually come in and attack, so I have to treat those. In the garden, I really don't see them a lot in the garden, to be honest. Where I do find them is I find a lot of them out here in the field, and especially the corn. As a matter of fact, I'll bet you I can find. All right, see this corn here? Look at this. That right there is Japanese beetles. That's what they'll do right there. Here's the answer to your question. Man, it rained and rained and rained, and the beetles are still out on this. Now, I have never treated this tree, and I can see damage, and man, they are just all over this thing. See them right here? And they're on that, they're mating, they're eating on the buds. Look at this right here. Look at them right there. But they're falling everywhere. They're flying off like crazy. So this is a good example where I don't have to worry about bees. There are no bees out on this tree right now. It's not around any vegetation. It's not around any pets. It's just a tree that we had a spare tree and planted, but they are just tearing this thing up. So I'm gonna go grab my spray tank, because I've never treated this, and I'm gonna treat it. And let me go grab it real quick. So I literally keep this for probably the next month. I keep this in my cart, and whenever I'm needing it, wherever I see beetles attacking something, I will go ahead and spray it. Now, this is the Bonide 8. This has the permethrin designed for foliage, and it's longer lasting. So this is a good place, good example where I would use it here. But the way I spray this is I will actually start at the top, because what's going to happen is these are going to start to fly off, and I want them going through that mist. Dude, there are like 20 on that one branch. So I'm going to create a mist, and I want the beetles to fly through the mist. Dude, that is nuts. They are just attacking this tree like crazy. And then I come down. I wish I had my phone so I could zoom in, but look at that. Can you see that right there? Dude, that is nuts. They're on the bloom, they're on the leaves, and they're on that flower. All right. So I sprayed this 90 seconds ago, about 2 minutes ago, and all these beetles are starting to weird out, and they're all falling off. And I don't think you can see it, but they're probably gonna hit me in the head. There's beetle dying, beetle dying, beetle dying, beetle dying. There's beetles all over here now. I'll put it on that page. I'll break it all down for you, but you decide where you're going to use it. There's many different ways that we treat for it here. And of course, a lot of it has to do with what we're treating, where it is. But that's it. Hope it helped. Doc.